Hi, my name is James Shepard, and today I want to talk to you about terrible advice for young entrepreneurs. Terrible advice for young entrepreneurs. One thing that you're going to see as a young entrepreneur, you're excited, you're 20, 21, 22 years old, you haven't really done that much yet in your life, but you're really excited about it. And so you're naturally going to go online. You're going to go to YouTube, you're going to go to Instagram, and you're going to find people that have already gotten to where you want to get, and you're going to look at getting advice from them and the things that they say. And so today I just want to caution you about terrible advice for young entrepreneurs. The number one terrible advice that young entrepreneurs get is they get advice from older, more seasoned business people that those older, successful people that they actually haven't lived and haven't taken themselves. One of the biggest ones I've noticed lately that just really rubs me the wrong way is I see constantly these videos from people that are talking about, as a young entrepreneur, you really need to taste a lot of things. You need to try a lot of different things. You need to go try this and go try that. And I think that is just the worst advice ever for a lot of reasons. The number one reason is when you actually look at those successful people and what they did, most of them, you know what they did when they were 18, 19, 20, 21 years old? Most of them got a job and they worked really, really hard at it for a long time. Again, there's this whole mismatch of, are you trying to become, Zuckerberg, or are you trying to become a successful business person? And it's very different. Is he very successful? Yes, but he is literally a unicorn, 1 out of a billion people, not even that, literally 1 out of 4 billion people that are going to get to that level. And so what you're going to find is people that are actually really successful. But again, even him, look at him. What did he do? Did he taste a lot of different things early on? No. When he was like 19 years old, he started Facebook and he's still running it. When you look at Larry and Sergey at Google, the first big project they really did was Google, and then they stuck with it forever. When you look at people like Gary Vaynerchuk, what did he do? He worked a job in his dad's liquor store for years and just every day working. Then he moved and started his media company, and now that's what he does. He does his media company. When was he out tasting all these different things? When was Gary Vaynerchuk trying this and trying that? He wasn't. He had one thing that he did, and he focused on it. Now, I want to tell you why I think that's terrible advice for young people that are in business to taste all these different things. Because your success in life is going to be almost entirely determined. I mean, obviously talent. You have to have talent and all that. Obviously, it's a no-brainer. But if you have talent, then your success in life is going to be almost entirely determined by your ability to focus on one thing for a really long period of time. And so the logic behind taste a lot of things is find the right thing to focus on and then focus on it. And that sounds really enticing. The reason that really successful people didn't actually do it that way is because focusing on something is a skill in and of itself that you have to learn. It's just like working out. You have to condition yourself to lift more weight. And so the problem, this idea of, spend your 20s doing whatever you want, work this job for a few months, then start a business, then start another business, and then go do this, and then go do that, and live in this state, and then live in that state, and just enjoy your 20s, and then when you're 30, really focus. That's like saying, I want to be able to deadlift 500 pounds, and the way to do that is to keep lifting different 10-pound dumbbells. I'm just going to keep lifting 10-pound dumbbells, and then one day I'm going to go to the gym, and I'm going to lift 500 pounds. That's stupid. No, you're not. You don't have the skill to do that. You don't have the muscle to do that. And so it's the same thing in entrepreneurship. You need to learn how to focus. Most of you right now that are in your 20, 21, 22 years old, you know what's really good advice for a young entrepreneur? Go get a job and work that job for 3, 4, 5 years. Show up early, leave late, make that company so much money that they just keep promoting you and promoting you and promoting you. And then once you get to a point where you're like, wow, I am a really, really valuable worker and I know how to focus and I know how to get things done. Now, maybe it's time for you to start thinking about what business do I want to start? What do I want to do independently? And then do that because you now have the skill set of being able to focus. But this idea of trying this and trying that, that is not good advice for a young entrepreneur. You first need to get the skill of being able to focus on one thing long enough to make it work. So that's my advice to young entrepreneurs.